Grant and Juliana.
Hey, what's going on?
Hi.
Long time no see. It's been about 12 hours, I feel like,
Right,
since I saw you last night.
right. Yes.
Congratulations. I'm gonna
Thank
Mhm.
jump right in. I know you two are engaged. We've just watched the whole season of The Bachelor back. How did you two support each other through watching the season back, both in the high moments and in the low moments?
Yeah, that's a good question. I think the communication between us is like top tier. And understanding that, we can lean on each other and we have a safe space between the both of us to openly talk about our opinions and feelings and emotions. I think that's just the way to do it. You have to feel like your person's going to support you. And I felt like that the whole journey.
Yeah. And she does a great job of speaking life and staying strong and staying positive. And yeah, ultimately the decision comes down to us and like us sticking through it. And I think that's something that we're doing a good job.
Mm.
So,
Is there anything that either one of you wishes you would have done differently now that you've watched it back, or do you feel confident in all the decisions that you made?
Honestly, I think, this was a really great opportunity to see things about yourself that you love and then see some things about yourself that maybe you wish, or you want to change. It's an opportunity to grow as a person and still love who you are current day. But that's between, myself and me, and if I choose to change the things that I, want to and how I can go about that. But yeah, of course, nobody's perfect.
right. I agree. I agree with that.
Yeah.
This show is a really good mirror. It mirrors you and it shows you things that you could work on and it's up for, speculation. So,
Hmm.
yeah, but I think that leading this leading my own journey with love and compassion and that's how I choose to live my life. So, I'm
Hmm.
not going to change that and I feel like yeah, I stand on the decisions I made.
Yeah, I feel like most people don't ever have to have their entire relationship reflected back to them in that way. So it is such an opportunity for growth, but it's also hard, I imagine, at times.
Yeah, 100%.
Definitely. Yeah. You got
A
to have each
question,
other.
yeah, of course. A question about last night's finale. I know Latia mentioned during her hot seat that maybe Juliana, you would have a lot of questions that you wanted answers to. I'm curious on both of your fronts if you feel like you have all the answers you need at this point, if you don't feel like there's any like stone left unturned. I imagine you guys talked about a lot of that stuff while the show was airing and got on the same page, but I'm just curious like how you felt about that and if you do have any questions that you two are still working through.
Of course. Yeah. You want to go?
Go ahead.
I think that, you know, Latia and I had to come through this experience and be true to ourselves and maneuver it the best way that we could. And for me, I chose to protect my heart as much as I could while also trying to let Grant in. There were no questions that I had because I was provided all of the information before this show even started, filming. But I think it's important to acknowledge that, we are on The Bachelor, right? And at the end of the day, he has to pick one person. We can't all walk away with Neil Lane in a beautiful fiance. And it's a sad reality, and it sucks that there is hurt involved in that. But ultimately, I'm sitting here happy and pleased. I'm good.
Yeah, I'm glad to hear that. I feel like it is tough when everyone's kind of in the same boat. And I imagine all of you kind of felt like, I mean, Grant, you did such an amazing job connecting with each woman that I feel like everyone probably had moments when they felt like they were the one. You know what I mean? So I understand how that must feel. But tell me,
Also, can I say
yeah,
too, like
of course.
I think it's very easy in this, and I realized that um, it's very easy how I didn't know how easy it is for words to be misconstrued or taken out of context, and we've seen that in a previous setting, and I learned I definitely learned lessons, and I yeah throughout this whole journey. So yeah, that's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah, no, I understand. I shifting gears a little bit, I do want to talk about the party you guys had last night. I'm
Okay.
imagining you're a little tired today.
Yeah.
There was quite the after party. I saw, I think, Parisa, Hakeem, Clayton, Alicia. What was that party? What was it like? Who from Bachelor Nation was there? Can you just fill us in a little bit about your little engagement celebration?
Yeah, I think it started because on Monday nights I've been watching with a group of girls at my sister's house, and they've been just a really crazy, amazing support system. And they weren't going to miss a Monday. So they all flew out with their husbands and fiancés. Grant had family in town, and that was the basis of it. And then, we extended it out to Bachelor Nation and people that were coming to the AFR and girls from my season, but it wasn't, I don't think we intended it to be, a bachelor party. It was really our friends and
Yeah,
family, and
yeah.
we were lucky to have the people from Bachelor Nation come support us.
Yeah.
It looked really sweet. Your dad gave some sort of speech I saw.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was really cute. That looked really, really sweet. I'm curious what's something in particular that you two are looking forward to doing together in the future. I know so many people talk about like going to dinner, just being normal. Like, is there something, obviously going to Italy, duh, but like, is there
Yeah.
something in particular, like a small thing, like a grocery store or something that you're just like simple that you're looking forward to doing together?
Yeah, we want to just go eat. Go eat
Yeah.
at
The
Olivia's and
restaurant.
Yeah, I want to take him back to my favorite spot that we had the espresso martinis out on my hometown, Olivia's Bistro, and just like that place is a second home to me. I live there Thursday through Saturday, and I can't wait for him to see just like the routine like of my life in the East Coast, and also kind of learn to mesh with your
Right,
life
right, and take Charlie for a walk.
and take
Like
Charlie for
that's
a
something that's
walk.
that's something
Oh,
that I want to do.
Yeah.
So
cute. And one last question. I heard you guys are moving to Boston. I think you said you're thinking about living there for like a year or so. Have you started looking for places? What's the plan?
yeah, we're definitely actively searching. We're actively searching, and we're moving forward on that. So that's definitely in the immediate future.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so exciting. Well, congrats. I know I'm personally so excited for you too. Bachelor Nation loves you guys and is so excited for you. And we're just wishing you all the best in the future and for all that's to come again with your trip to Italy, living together in Boston. Just big congrats. We can't wait to see all that the future holds for you guys.
Thank
Thank
you so much.
you.
Thank you guys.
Will you marry me?
Yes! A million times, yeah.
Oh my God.
Oh my god, oh my god. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. I'm so freaking Lily, baby. Oh my god. I love you so much.
Me too.
Shut up.